Good morning, everyone. Hope you guys are doing well. Good morning. So let's start this beautiful day. Let me just do this here. Add this on, and then we can start today. So yeah, welcome everyone. Hope you guys are doing well. And yeah, we're gonna get straight into this beautiful day today. As you can see on GJ and gold, you still see that we're very much bullish, but looking like we're starting to get some retracements, which is good at the start of this day. And we'll take a look at that in a second. So let me just pop this out. There we go. So I can see everyone's comments. There we go. Just double check. There we go. Okay, cool. So yeah, let's get into this, right? So first thing is the day. Okay, Tuesday. Looks like we have some CAD news at 1:30, but in terms of this morning, we don't really have too much, right? We don't really have too much news for us, right? We only got, we only trade pound US. So in terms of this morning, we have maybe a treasury speaking for the US, which is not a red folder, so that's fine, and some euro news, and then some pound industrial order expectations, though, is quite interesting. Level of diffusion based on survey manufacturers. Okay, so greater is good for currency. Expecting -20, still really bad for overall business in the UK, which we know. And then later on today, we actually have Governor Bailey speaking as well, which is never going to be positive at the moment. So yeah, probably leave that as well at 6 o'clock. But yeah, overall, ready to start this day. What strategy do you use? It's just price action. Using my eyes to look at where price is going to go. And I'll show you how to do it in a sec. So yeah, we're okay for the news today, which makes life much easier. The next things you've got to look at is the charts. So the first one that we'll do is we'll do GJ. So GJ, you can see, actually let me get a Wanda, because a Wanda's a bit nicer, a bit smoother to look at. Okay, so you can see on the monthly candle, we expected this monthly candle to make a lower wick this month because we've closed above resistance, reflip, drive, and push to the high. And you can see we've nearly done this. You can see we're nearly there, right? We've reflipped, we're starting to push, we just need to get back to the high, and that would be our whole analysis on GJ this month being spot on, and that is why we've took so many GJ wins this month. Yesterday we took a beautiful gold buy, which I'll tell you, and a gold sell about later on. But yeah, we'll start on GJ. So monthly candle bullish, great stuff. The daily candle's interesting. So the the weekly candle. The weekly candle, you can see we had resistance here before. This candles came back up, we made support, but we haven't closed above. So the weekly hasn't closed above, so it's not the strongest confirmation that we're going to continue. But again, in terms of the monthly, we're still bullish. That's all you need to know. Okay, the daily candle, you can see we have closed above. So now we can start to round some resistances here. So we had a resistance here, we've rejected here before. You can see here we tapped it, and now we've closed above. So it gives you that extra confirmation that, wow, we are still bullish, and we're still looking to potentially fill this wick, which is on the monthly candle over here. So this is kind of the range you're playing in now, and obviously the range is pretty good. You still have quite a lot of zone left. How much zone do you have for this? Yeah, 270 pips for the whole zone, not bad. In terms of where else is daily support, I'd say there's one down here. You can see price on the daily time frame came down, made support here, came down, came up, made support here. So there's definitely some sort of daily support there, but that is pretty much it for the daily time frame. Again, looking at the left hand side, there's nothing here. So the reason why I don't, for me, I took buys all the way from here. I took buys here, 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 here. the reason why I don't want to take really buys anymore is because there's not much data to the left hand side to show me where price is going to go. So it makes it a little bit difficult to see, you know, price continue, because of the fact that we've never been here before in terms of the left hand side previously. So it's a little bit harder to read because there's just less candles, right? Take a look at the 4-hour candle. You can see that there's 4-hour resistance, you know, around here. Can you see? Price came up, price made rejected. So that could be a potential level that you'd want maybe price to go retest first. So what I basically say is, you know, if you're really high and there's nothing to the left hand side, can you see here? There's just jack all. There's just one wick on the 4-hour. What I would, you know, advise you to do is price to make a high. Okay, you don't really, you know, you can go for the, you know, the buys, but what I'd say is that the best trade for you to take is when price turns a little bit bearish. Okay, we come down. Okay, and then we start to make support. Okay, we start to close maybe bullish on the 4-hour time frame, start to make lower wicks, rejecting, then reflipping, and then take the buy back up. Okay, that would be the trade that I would want to take today, because again, as I said, you know, there is a high here that you know that price can get to. However, there isn't much structure on the 4-hour. You can see there's nothing here. It was just a wick, so there's nothing much you can, you know, put yourself to. Take a look at the 4-hour though. Yeah, we do have obviously some 4-hour resistance here that which we've just clearly made, and actually recent times as well. Hasn't the 5-minute just ripped? Take a look at the hourly time frame. Yeah, we're starting to have resistance. Is there anything to the left hand side here? Well, there's some hourly resistance up here, 199643, which we haven't tapped yet. But apart from that, this zone is pretty clean up, right? And that's why this, you know, these continued. So yeah, I mean, you know, again, what could you do? Well, you can go for the buys when you break above. It's just you don't really know where price is going to reject from, because it just kind of spiked. There's no real obvious levels, so you just got to be a little bit careful with the buys at the highs. You'd rather wait for retracements and then take buys later on. So take a look at the 30 now. You know, we had resistance here, looking like we're just tapping that right now. The 50-minute candle just rejected hard. But as I say, you know, if you look at the 4-hour candles here, can you see we know when we look at structure, when we're bullish, we break the highs of the previous and we never break the lows. Can you see? We break the high, never break the low. Break the high, never break the low. Break the high, never break the low. Now, what has happened with GJ right now on the 4-hour time frame? What has happened? Okay, we haven't broke the high and we've broke the low. So it's starting to change to bearish structure, right? So that is your first kind of warning signs that buys may be a little bit slower right now. We may have to see some bearish movements because we're starting to change from bullish to bearish on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, GJ is horrible now. Gold looks interesting in my opinion. Yeah, we'll take a look, my man. But yeah, so again, I'm kind of wanting some sort of retracement because we've already broke the previous 4-hour low. And as I said, there's not much data to the left hand side for me to jump in buys. And again, look at the daily candle. If you look at previous dailies, you know, the lower wick is probably going to be a little bit bigger than this. So we do expect price to, I mean, even to retest to this 4 hours resistance there, which could be 4 hour support now. That would be nice. But yeah, in terms of GJ, I just need some sort of retracement. So waiting. And as I say, you know, there's sometimes there's days, like yesterday, I didn't really look at GJ yesterday because I wanted more of a retracement. I wanted this candle to push down a little bit further. So what I did was I focused on gold. You know, when you have two pairs, it's quite good because it means that you can just switch to the other one if there's nothing on the other pair. But yeah, if we take a look at gold here, I'll just go through the quick trades that we took yesterday. Very basic, simple price action. Okay, so basically, I saw an Asian push here, which is very nice. The daily candle at the time had no bottom wick, so I knew that the daily candle would make a bottom wick. So this one here, it had no bottom wick at the time, and I expected it to make one. Because it's still, you know, it doesn't have one. Taking a look at the 15 and the 30, you can see there was support here. Okay, you can see price came up, made support. There's also support up here and resistance up here. So you can see So what I wanted to see was, you know, if price comes back below this zone and we, you know, start to make a top wick and reject, if we break this low, look at the candles to the left hand side, look how clean it is. We were definitely going to go retest this level back down to Asian lows and back down to that order block. So I took a sell over here, 0 drawdown trade. It was bloody gorgeous, like here. I ran it to here. So that was nice. It actually went even further, but again, as I say, you know, my target was 24.21, right? Because this is when the traffic starts to come. This is the end of the clean candles. So, again, one massive thing which I you know, talk about all the time is don't be annoyed if price runs so much further in your trade. If your analysis was that price gets from A to B and you won it, and it was in your strategy and all that good stuff and in your risk parameters, then you did well. You stuck to your guns, you stuck to your discipline. If it runs further, I'm telling you right now, it will screw you up if you get annoyed about it, because you'll go through the motions, right? Okay, if I, and this is for beginner traders, right? So I took this trade here. It was beautiful, 60 pips, amazing. Now, yes, it did run another 200 pips, okay? But if I start to think to myself, well, man, I should just hold more. I should just hold further. I need to hold the bag. You're gonna lose out on so much money because you aren't closing at your proper areas. You know, this is one time out of like 9 times that I've closed at the perfect area, and it runs a little bit more. That's fine. But, you know, remember, focus on the charts. From the left-hand side, there was a lot of choppiness here, and overall, I was still bullish. I just needed the retracement on the daily, and that's what I got, okay? And then later on, same kind of thing. I took a buy once we closed above... Actually, where was it? Let's take a look. Sorry, guys. We'll get into gold in a second, but I just want to go through this trade that I took yesterday. So I took buys at 23.86. Yeah, so I got in 23.86. Yeah, the break of that high stop loss was like below. So we got into like 33 pips profit, I think it was. It might have been actually a little bit less. It might have been, yeah, it wasn't even that much. Yeah, it was there. Got to take 20 pips profit, and then I went stop loss to break even. Because basically what I wanted is this candle to go retest here. Because when we have a celery play, which is this pattern here, we always go back to retest it. It's quite a strong magnet. So yeah, took that trade, got 20 pips, hit break even, and then I was done for the day. But yeah, a lot of nice moves at gold. Why catch retracements, not the overall move? I do catch the overall move, but sometimes the retracements are needed, and you know, if the zone's big enough like this one, you know, I was happy to take it. But again, as I said, I took the buys again. It gave me break even, but that was fine. So yeah, in terms of that account, just before I get onto this, just showing you guys the small account. We've nearly got the monthly update on it. So I started it on the 22nd. So that's actually tomorrow. So I started it on the 22nd. You can see here the balance is 1,032. I deposited 600. And it's already at 1,032, okay? And obviously Blueberry Markets gives me that extra 300 deposit here. So that's pretty good going, you know, not too bad. As I say, what I'm going to be showing you is compounding this account from start to finish. And what I'm going to be doing is showing you, if you have a 9 to 5, on how to compound it. So what I'm going to be doing at the end of the month is I'm going to be adding a bit more money in, okay? I'm going to adding, let's just say, the salary. I'm going to add in maybe 250 extra pounds to add, you know, with my salary. So then hopefully with the money that I'm making with it, with the additional stuff, I can start to increase my lot sizes, and then we can run this up to 10,000. And now you've got a nice £10,000 account, risking £100 per trade. You know, pretty simple, making £100 a day pretty much, which is what you really want, right? What you want at the start of trading is to make the money that you would on a normal job. So you know, if you're on 30,000 a year, which is a normal salary in the UK, it's about £100 a day. So if you're making £100 a day trading as well as your normal job, you're gonna be flying. So yeah, just showing you that journey. So make sure to give me a follow and a subscribe if you want to keep in contact with all that jazz. But yeah, let's get into gold right now. Let's get into gold. So monthly candle has already done what I expected it to do. Okay, we wanted the monthly candle to close bullish. We wanted this candle to make a lower wick, reflip, and then fill that rejection wick. Okay, so we've done that now. Amazing stuff, because again, all it is bullish. It's just retracing, and then we need to fill the wick in the next monthly to continue the bullish trend. You can see we've broke the high, not broke the low, so it's still very much bullish. No matter how much gold pushes it down, we know there's buys always and every single day, because it's just so bullish. Okay, weekly time frame, you can see even more confirmation. Obviously, the left hand side again. The same with GJ. There's nothing much to really give me any candles to look at, because we're just the highest we've ever been, so that's fine. But what you can see in the weekly time frame here is we have closed above. Okay, so the weekly resistance was here. We've closed above it, so we should theoretically make a lower wick, reject, and continue bullish. Okay, so that's fine. But again, we don't know what's here, right? Because there's no, there's no candles being drawn. There's no candles here. Let's just say there's a bearish candle there, and then it came back down and whatever. The issue you have with this is that there's no, there's no target. So when you take the buys, it's hard to kind of know, oh, look, you know what? We had resistance here before. I can then maybe take my buys up to this level. Okay. And then, I can close my TP. The issue you have is there's nothing there. We're just at the high. So this is why I say focus on trying to break back to the current high. So the weekly, the current high is 2,450. That's where you want to be kind of targeting. Okay, so first things with the daily candle. Let's take a look and see. What software do you use to stream on TikTok? I use OBS, bro. And then the TikTok live thing. Yeah, so in terms of Goldie, what did I just explain before? I said bullish structure is when you break the highs, you don't break the lows. So, break the high, never the low of the previous. Okay, breaks the high, never the low of the previous. Breaks the high, never the low. Breaks the high, never the low. Doesn't break the high and breaks the low. You can see. So again, both GJ and gold are starting to change from bullish to bearish. Only in the short term, but it's just something to think about. We have broke the previous daily low. Okay, but in terms of the daily candle, you can see that there was resistance here before, right here. Okay, write this on my yellow line for daily, just so I can see in the lower time frames what's going on at all times. Okay, Mr. Cody, morning. Brazil, morning. Good morning, everyone on TikTok and YouTube. Hope you guys are doing well. So yeah. That's the daily resistance. Obviously, if price was going to go to come bearish today, I'd expect it to go retest that level. That's the next resistance / support. So that is where you'd expect price to potentially, drive to then potentially make support in the next couple of days to then get back to the high. So, if I'm looking for sells today, that's going to be quite a significant target I'd be looking for. Okay. Taking a look at the 4-hour time frame. So you can see there's 4-hour resistance a little bit further up. You can see here, this is probably the highest one. So where am I getting that? I'm just looking to the left hand side. This is the highest 4-hour res, looking at the body of the candles. So that is where I need to kind of put something on. There's a 4-hour resistance there. So if I'm looking at gold right now, what has happened in recent times in the 4-hour? What has happened? Well, for me here, let me just turn this down a little bit. Well, for me, what has happened? Well, the 4-hour candle has closed below support, hasn't it? So if I draw my 4-hour lines, we've had 4-hour support here. Okay. Now what you can see is that the previous 4-hour candle has closed below support. Now we are making a top wick. We've got 2 hours and 30 minutes left. So what I would expect to see here, and what I'd want to see here, is price making the top wick at the start of this 4-hour candle. And then once we start to reflip and get below that 4-hour support, we should refill this 4-hour previous wick and then continue to drive down. Okay, So that would be my move for this morning, because right now we're coming up. If price wants to fake out, okay, if price wanted to fake out on the 4 hour, which is very unlikely because the 4 hour is such a high time frame confirmation, then this candle can just continue bullish like this and make its range, and I can leave it alone. However, if we start to reject, at this point right here, oh shit. If we start to reject in this sort of area and get below this 4 hour support, then we are likely to fill this wick, and we're likely to drive down further to the levels that I discussed before. So that looks good, looks promising, which is nice. Obviously we have 4 hour resistance up here. Let's just write this on. So it means now when you go to the lower time frames, so let's just go in the hourly and the 30, I can see everything on the higher time frames without having to look at it. So I know there's a 4 hour support here. I know there's 4 hour resistance here. I know there's a daily resistance here / support. So, just the key levels that are important. So the hourly time frame, you can see that we have kind of faked out. This candle closed below. Okay, this candle closes back above. We've retested. So looking like we are holding this level quite heavily. So can you see that this candle has closed back above this support? The next candle, the current one, is made a lower wick, respecting this support, and now starting to reflip. Okay, so that's fine. But again, just keep in mind that it is just the 4 hour making the top wick. And I wouldn't want to be taking buys right now because I feel the 4 hour candle is just making that top wick. So in terms of where I would potentially want to take trades, on the 30-minute time frame, you can see obviously we made support down here. But in terms of where the candle structure is, finished, normally around about here, right? Can you see that prices came down, rejected off 2,406 before? Look to the left-hand side, we have rejection wicks in there. You look to the left-hand side here, we have it as support. Take a look at the 15. Yeah, I mean, in terms of that zone, can you see that what I'm trying to do is trying to find the clean zone below to try and get to this 4 hour resistance. Let's take a look on the 15. Is there anything here? Yeah, so 15-minute res is here. Okay, but this zone above is quite clean in this situation here. So my only issue is this has got a support here at 445. So it's like, do you want to take a sell below this one or sell below, this one? Makes this zone a little bit smaller. How small is this zone now? It's still 50 pips to be fair. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. And that would be, again, what would it be doing? Well, it would be breaking the 4 hour low. So what I'm doing it here, right, is when I'm looking at the zone I want to take trades in, which looks like it's going to be probably from 2,404 to 2,400 and 2,392, what do I kind of do? Well, I go through the motions of what the higher time frames would be looking like, right? Because it makes sense to me doing this, right? So if I'm going to look to take sells below this grey line here, what would have happened? Well, the 4 hour would have made a top wick. It would have rejected. It would have broke the low. It would be here right now, wouldn't it? So that looks good. In terms of the daily candle, what would the daily be doing? The daily candle would have rebroke the previous low, rebroke the current low, and continue bearish with a rejection wick to the upside. Okay. The weekly candle would have flipped bearish, and we will be pushing bearish. Okay. So, and the hourly candle will probably be closing bearish below support. Same with the 30. And same with the 15. So what I'm doing here is I'm making sure that if I took this trade below here, if I go to my journal after and I can write down why I took this trade, it all makes sense. It all makes, perfect sense. Okay? Because then what you do there is you can, if you take a losing trade, you've got all of the options of what you did well. It just may be little things you've got to focus on. Okay? Other than this, we're in a downtrend in small time frame. Yeah, we are in a downtrend in a small time frame, and this is why I'm happy to take the sells, because again, we've broke the daily low, and in terms of structure, you can see, just in terms of structure, not candles anymore, you can see that this was a high, this was the low of the high. Now we've made a higher high. Now you can see here, this is the lower high, but you can see here now, this is meant to be a higher high if we wanted to continue bullish, but now it's not. It's the lower high and a lower low, lower high. So we're starting to print from bullish, which is like this structure, starting to print bearish. And this is why I'm thinking maybe a top wick up here. Price come down, break the low to continue the trend, and then I can get the sells back down here. Okay, so what I'm going to be saying here is, if I look to take a trade, it'll probably be below 2,405. Now, in terms of this 4-hour resistance here, that is somewhere that I might close 80%, or depending on how we push, I may just go break even there. It's just that is the next area where I'm going to have an issue. Okay. Sells below 2,404.46. Okay. Oh, not 1,000. We're nowhere near that, brother. So yeah, that's where I look to take sells. This is where I want to go break even at least, and maybe 80% close. Okay, because it's a nice 50 pip zone, and then this would be probably TP2 because this is back down to daily resistance. So you can see, looking at the left hand side, you know, this is what I do next. So make sure that, you know, if I got a closure below, does it make sense? Okay, so here you can see closure below 2,404, which is where I want it. Closure below, we just rip. Okay, so this is great. So what I'm looking at here is, when I get a closure below my line, does it fucking nut? Because I want it to nut, right? I don't want choppy candles. I want price to move. I want to get my 50 pips. I want to fucking dip. Okay, I don't want to be in a trade for long. I don't want to hold to try and get a fucking amazing R to R, because again, I like being in a trade quickly. I like getting zero drawdown, and I like being out quickly, because the fact one news event can screw your analysis wholeheartedly, and also just being in a trade, I'd much rather take my trade and then do the rest of my day. Okay, so you can see here we move very quickly below this level. Okay, you can see, yeah, close 80% maybe at this level because we do have resistance here before. However, we did just nut straight past it. So depending on how I get in terms of the push, I may leave it to 2,392 as the full TP. Taking a look furthermore, what happens again? Yeah, so I mean, this candle here doesn't closes below, makes a top wick all the way back up to 2,409, and then nuts. So that's fine, but again, I'm starting to think about where I'd want to put my stop. So I'd want it at least above 2,410 in this scenario, right? Because again, we wicked all the way back up and then rejected. Okay, but actually, if you think about it, we already touched my 80% close level from that, so we may, you know, that's nothing too bad. And that's pretty much it, right? We haven't came back to it before, so it looks like it's a very clean zone. It looks like it moves very strongly, so not bad at all. I'm trying to think of where else you could get in terms of higher up, but I just can't see it, right? We do obviously have support here, and you could potentially look to take a sell if you close below and get to 2,404 and fill this wick. However, I don't know, I think it's a little bit too premature. Can you see the rejection wick? So, you know, if you're worried about a certain level, make sure to just look at the rejection wicks in that area. Okay, so if price is rejecting there before, it's clearly a level that price bounces off. So if you're taking trades in this vicinity here, make sure you go break even very quickly, because if if you take a sell here, your stop loss is here, price pushes down and then wicks back up, and you haven't gone break even yet, you could be fucked. So remember to go break even very quickly when there's wick areas. But can you see here, I'm all good because 2,404 is below the wicks, and I start to get this clean hourly candle back down here. Okay, and remember, candles mirror themselves. Okay, when there's clean candles to the left hand side, price always, you know, gives you some clean candles to work with. Okay, so just showing you some examples. You can see right here, this is clean all the way up, this is clean all the way down, especially in this area, and this is why I took sells from there to there yesterday. Okay, again here, clean above, can you see we have clean candles above, we push. Okay, still kind of clean candles below here, we just push, retest, push, very nice pushes. So there's just areas that price moves quickly in, and that's what you want as well. That's what I want as a trader. Okay, so yeah, that is the sells for gold. In terms of the buys, where would I want the buys? Well, as I said, you know, we're starting to change to bearish structure, because we're starting to not make higher highs and higher lows. So I'm going to be a little bit cautious on the buys right now. Again, the 4 hours close bearish. So I think what I'd first want to see is this 4 hour candle closing bullish back above the support. Because if you can't close, you know, if we're still making the top wick here, I don't want to be taking the buys, right? If I think there's a buying opportunity here right now, fair enough, but I would not be executing because the 4 hour has closed below support. Okay, so I expect this 4 hour to make a top wick, flip, and drive. So I'm not going to be looking at the buys right now. Okay, and that's pretty much me ready for today. We're ready to go. Let's take a look at some questions then, guys. Now I've been yapping on quite a lot. Good morning, mate. Just joined stream. I missed any GJ chat. Are you looking at GJ today? Yeah, I am. I just need some sort of retracement. It's obviously very bullish. It's just it needs a retracement and some then structure for me to look for buys. Yeah, but that'll be fine later on. But yeah, if you guys haven't been on my streams before, make sure to check me out. Link in bio as well to join the group where I put all the trades in. So if you are busy in the day, you're working or whatever, you do have access to take the trades that I take. And right now, I think, to be fair, I need to update the record, but I think it's probably 28 or 29 wins. Actually, it was 2 GJ wins as well, wasn't it? I need to update it, man. I missed it. I missed out on quite a lot of trades. It's probably around about 20, maybe like 27, 28 wins. 5 losses, 6 losses, something like that. So, yeah. And it's only £30 a month for a limited time. When I hit 100 members, which will be very shortly, it'll go up. But I won't charge the people who have came before 100 anymore. Okay, so make sure to go check that out. So yeah, in terms of today, I think we're ready to go. I think we're lucky enough to potentially have some nice trades today. In terms of tomorrow, what do we have? Wednesday. Yeah, we have pound, CPI, FOMC meeting minutes. Quite a lot of news tomorrow. But yeah. I'm going to say morning to my group. Right, I think Zoom is finally working now. Let's see if it is. I'm just going to leave it on the mute. Because it looks like the Zoom is working for some reason. Don't know what I'm doing differently. Looking at GJ today? Yeah, so we're looking at GJ, we're looking at everything. So can you see here now, looking like this Goldie's potentially rejecting over here. Very nice. Looking like there's a lot of rejection. We have 15 minutes until London Open, which should bring us some volume in. I haven't took a London morning trade in ages. So we'll see what we can get today. But yeah, I'm definitely looking at below 404 would be nice for me. In terms of other structure here, you can see there is some sort of 30-minute resistance there as well. You won't want to be taking any buys there. You don't want to wait for it to close above, and that's what happened to me yesterday. I took those buys above there, which was nice. So yeah. Let's take a look on the 15. Yeah, I mean, we could potentially look to take trades if a 50-minute candle closes below the support. Because you can see, so the reason why I say this is because, can you see here, we've respected it, continue back bullish. The 50-minute candle here respected, okay? You can see here, when we get a closure below this grey line on the bearish candle, make a top wick reject, we then push to 2004. Same thing here. 2005 here. So potentially looking at riskier sells a little bit further below. And what I mean by that is I'll just, get a push and go break even, because again, I talked about those wicks. So yeah, that's something that I could potentially look for here. Right, I think this is working, so let's just invite people in over here. That would be great. See if we can get the squad up and running. Yeah, looking like we're getting some good rejection wicks already. Look at this 30-minute candle coming down. Made a top wick, rejected resistance. 4-hour candle here is about to reflip, come below the support, so it's looking good, eh? It's looking good already. Are you in a sell right now? No. I'll tell you when I'm in a trade when I do this. Like this. Okay, the red is the stop. The blue is the profit, okay? So when I do that, I'll be in. But I tell you as well. Don't you worry. Great and nice live stream, bro. Like it too much. Thanks a lot. No worries. I'm currently in a sell with gold from last night. Should I keep it or cancel it? I mean, this should be in your plan, bro. Okay. I mean, I will help you out. I think your sells are okay. When did you get into a sell? Last night. Depends where you took the sell. Are you in profit? But yeah, if you're in a trade and you don't know when to close, then you know you shouldn't be in a trade, right? You need to know when to trade and when to get it. So, in terms of my trades here, I already know exactly what I'm going to be doing, right? Okay. If I took sells below 2,410, I'd probably go break even there, because that's the shortest wick. Okay, and then probably close 80% at the 244 level, or maybe a little bit higher. Okay, if you close below 244, I'll run to 2,399. Depending on if I've took a previous trade, I may leave it to get to 92 because the zone's not too bad in terms of a push. Okay, so I know when to close, right? When you don't know how to close, and yeah, you might be just looking at the RR going, oh my god, the RR gods are gonna suck me off if I just leave this trade on for another 3 hours and I get a 1 to 20 risk to reward. But it's like, bruh, you need to look to left and side. Where does it reject before? No one cares about your R to R, right? No one cares. Focus on yourself. Focus on the trades, bruh. No one's going to give you a fucking special shiny star that you got a 1 to 25 risk to reward from one trade that you've tried to do for the past 8 years. Like, it's fine. Just take your piece out of the market every day. It doesn't have to be a massive trade, but if you're consistently doing it every single day for 20 days a month, it compounds, bro. So remember that. What would you rather do, right? Take break even and a load of losing trades, trying to take a 1 to 25 risk to reward trade once a month. Bearing in mind, after you've took 8 losses trying to make this massive R to R, are you going to be feeling the best in yourself? Are you going to be feeling as confident as you were at the start? Or do you want to take 1 to 2 trades every single day? You have an 85%, 90% win rate, and you take your money and you dip every single day, and it's not much effort. I'd take the second one because it keeps your confidence up. You're taking winning trades. You don't have to worry about, oh, well, if my R to R is 1 to 25, I can have a 29% risk to win rate. It's like, yeah, I know you can do that. But can your mentality hold that? Are you strong in yourself that you can take 8 losing trades out of 10 and be happy with that and still feel confidence? Okay. What happens when you go to a meal with your mates and they go, oh, how's your trading going? Oh, it's okay. I've took 8 losses and 2 winners, but I'm positive though. You know, people will be asking you questions. You know, are you okay with that? Are you happy with taking 8 losses? If you are, fair dues. But I'd say, you know, focus. Stop thinking about all these absolute guru knobheads on TikTok who don't know anything about maths, who dropped out of school. You know, a lot of these traders dropped out of school. Do you know why? Because they're dumb. They had to work at a fucking car garage. They had to do some, you know, wash cars, and they realized, shit, this isn't the life for me. I've got to sell some fucking mentorships or something, or I've got to try some trading thing and look cool. Okay? The people that dropped out of school is because they're dumb. So remember that when when they're flexing all this stuff, you need to remember that, you know, they will do anything not to go back to the car wash job. Okay? So find people that have got other stuff. I've got businesses. I've got a degree. I've got a maths degree at a Russell University. People that are, you know, trying to sell you all this garbage and they don't even have anything for them to prove. Just think about where their morals really are, and then come back to me, right? So, in the whole trading space, you know, focus on yourself. Make sure you get what you want as a trader. In terms of what trades do you want, right? And for me, you know, it's a simple list, right? What things do I want to be? What trades do I want to be in? Well, I want to be in trades in that move quickly. Zero drawdown, preferably. That would be great. Seeing no negative would be nice. Trades that last very short periods of time. Very high win rate. What else? Yeah, pretty much it. And, you know, once you do that, you can start to see how you'd want to trade, right? Because you can cater towards your needs. If you want to hold for a long time, you want a higher risk to reward, you want a lower win rate, that's fair. You got to go for it. You got to see how you can do it. But I think there's some disadvantages that people really don't see, and it's the mental side, right? Half the trading, half of how trading's so hard is the emotional, mental side, right? Start to see how you'd want to trade, right? Because you kind of cater. Yeah, GJ through. Hello, brother. I think yeah, you had me on in the background there. Gareth's in the building. So yeah, we've got 7 minutes left. This is going to be good. Look, if this hourly closes below, that's also nice. The 4-hour, look, can you see it's reflipped now? It's looking good. It's looking good. But again, we're not there yet because we're still holding this support. I need it to get below this support for me to then look for sells. And that's fine with me. Patience is key. I'm holding now 2 days, 2044 sell. Nice. People in some sells here in Goldie. Good morning, Gareth, brother. Hope you're doing well, my man. Good morning, good morning. And good morning. GJ creating a new support. Let's take a look at GJ. Yeah, I mean, again, it's let's take a look at the 30. Yeah, I mean, the candles aren't the nicest, are they? The 4 hours pushing down, though. Look at this. Daily's bearish now. This is good. Want it to pull down. You know, where could we get to? Yeah, 198, 400. A little bit choppy up here now, though. Look at this. Look at these candles. Ugh. We do have Governor Bailey speaking, don't we, later on? So, interesting. So we've got 5 minutes left. Oh, looks like we're going to get this closure, I think. No. Wait up, Goldie. But the good thing is, all you got to do is wait a little bit further, and then we can get below 204.46. So can you see now, look, the 4 hours done exactly what I said. Made a top wick, reflipped, looking to fill this previous 4 hour wick. However, it does have support here, and you got to wait for a closure below, which will be 8 o'clock in 4 minutes time. But if this candle rips, okay, if this candle does this, that's fine, right? The one thing you've got to remember is, if you look at the zones that I'm looking at to take trades in, as I've said before, they're clean zones. They're zones that push. They're zones that move very quickly. So if price doesn't give me a closure and rips down, that's just extra confirmation that my zones are correct, right? We move quickly in the zones. So sometimes you might not get a closure and it flies and it just fucking rips and it hits all your TPs and you just didn't get in. And that's fine. That's going to happen when you're looking at clean zones, right? Price moves quickly. Thank you very much for all some gifts, I think, on TikTok. Damn. Monty Patel, morning everyone. Wow, we have 97 people on TikTok. Damn. Make sure you like the stream. 32 on YouTube. Amazing stuff. So we've got 3 minutes left. Now, if this candle doesn't close below support, then you know, there's no way for me to take a trade, right? Because it can still respect. So again, there's the patience in trading, right? You need to wait for a closure. Why? Because we haven't closed below this level yet. We've rejected. So, you know, being patient in this game is so important. You can see, look, we're rejecting off the support. This is why I need a closure below it. Especially the fact that 15 has no top wick yet. Still has chance to make a top wick. 15-minute and 30-minute top wicks and no bottom wicks. And hourlies as well is really good. It gives you extra confirmation for a lot of stuff. It's pretty sick. It's pretty cool, dude. I think, you thinking about a sell? I need to wait for a closure. So in 2 minutes 47 seconds time, if you get a closure below here or here, then I would look to take it. This guy knows how to trade. Come and fix my brother. How you do, my man? You been busy? I've seen you trading. I don't know what platform are you trading on now, bro? Looks wild. Looks like a something new. But yeah, it's been okay. I mean, what was it? It was on Friday when we took that gold buy, and I moved my stop loss to 10 pips in profit. It tapped me at 10 pips in profit, and then ran fucking 200 pips. Oh man, I was fucking pissed. Where was it? Was it on the yeah, I don't know where it went. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing now is, and this is another thing that I do with my group now, is I'll start to message saying gold sells soon. Potentially give people a warning that I'm looking at sells, and they can start to do their own analysis on, like, you know, why I'm looking at sells. Keeps them in the loop. Trader bought and passed $1 million worth of accounts going to the future markets, but still trading FX firms. You helped me with the gold last night. Oh, no worries, my man. Very good, brother. Damn. Over $1 million of accounts. Damn. I don't know. The funded stuff is scaring the fuck out. I mean, it doesn't scare me because I'm not doing it. But like, man, there's so many ones going under now. Like, they're cracking down. They know it's a scam. Where are you from? You're 1 hour behind. I'm in the UK, brother. What time frame are you on? It should say here. So this is 30 minute. Etc. etc. 30 hourly, 4 hour. It tells you on the screen. Okay, so closing in 6 seconds time. And what did we do? We did not close below. We did not close below, so there's no trade for me to take. But looks good. Look at the hourly. The hourly closed below, so looks good. Top wick maybe retest into 24.12. Reflip drive. This could be the move. However, for me, it needs to close below that 15 here. Let's see if it has enough volume to break it. Yep. So, in terms of how I would deal with this trade, if you guys impulsed it and maybe got the break of the low here, what I would be looking to, you know, so I'm not in, guys, I'm just showing you how you could deal with this. When you get to this line here, I'd go break even. But again, as I said, I would not be in this trade because we haven't closed below. So it's an impulsive trade. You know, you're hoping that the volume is going to push. But again, I know that there's a lot of rejection in this area. So, you know, I needed that closure, really. So, yeah, probably wait to 204 now. Okay, so 50-minute close bullish on GJ. Next one's broke the high. 4 hours come back up. Hourly's come back up. Still very bullish in GJ. It's just, I mean, this would actually not look too bad apart from the fact that 15 looks washed here. But anyway, as I say, it's at the highs on GJ. I'm not really arsed. It's quite interesting, actually. What's your YouTube stop loss? Amount has the same name. It's quite interesting. I normally like sells, right? But in the recent months, it's just been buys upon buys upon buys. If you look at my journal, I mean, I haven't added any of them on, really. But you can see here, there's a good significant amount of them that are buys. Oh, shit. I have to add another 4 or 5 buys on here. But yeah, for 2 seconds. So look, can you see now we've wicked back up because we didn't get that closure, brother. And that is the risk with an impulse trade. You can get into impulses as long as you know the issues, you know the rules, you know there's a lot of rejection in this area, and it's not confirmed. Do you have a Discord account? I do. I used to have Discord, but I just don't use it anymore, man. I should probably start a new one. I'm gonna start probably a free Telegram soon. Probably just going through trades and stuff that I've took in the other group. That's what I'm probably gonna do next when I have time. But again, I'm just so busy just at the moment. Just so much shit going on. But yeah, if you guys want to use my, if you guys use my Blueberry Markets link or the IC Markets link, I will be giving you some little extra content. So if you do want to join the same broker as me, I would advise again as well, if you want the signals, using either Blueberry or IC. See you later, darling. Using either Blueberry or IC Markets as your broker. It's going to help because it's going to be similar. At the moment, I've been using Blueberry Markets, so yeah, I'll put the link in here to sign up to that. And once you've signed up, tell me, and I can give you some freebies over here. I'm going to be making like a little bit of a course, like a free course for if you join my broker, because it's kind of like I make commissions from you when you join the broker, and I'll help you if you help me, kind of thing. So yeah, there's the link for Blueberry Markets. Yeah, still kind of waiting here. We still got 2 hours left of this 4 hour. Looking interesting, looking interesting. Yeah, GJ's still got a while. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. You on IC platform? Yeah, I have IC Markets and Blueberry Markets. But yeah, if you go to my Instagram, actually, to be fair, I need to fucking plug my Instagram, bro. If you guys do want to follow the Instagram, make sure to do so. Putting in more educational content, right? Well, I always do educational content. I do proper showing you my trade, showing you my analysis, going through education, all that good stuff. Make sure to give it a follow. Helps me out. And yeah, that's where you can go to the link tree, and that's where all my my links are. So there's the journal to show you the trades, the signals, where you can look to buy the signals, and then the Blueberry markets, Dominion, and Magic Keys, and then IC markets, and then yeah, YouTube as well. I'm going to be posting very shortly some more YouTube videos, but I'm thinking what I'm going to be doing is beginner stuff, like start from the start in terms of just a course, because again, as I said, I don't need money now for courses and stuff. The only reason why I charge money for signals is because it's, you know, it's pressure, it's stress on me, and I was going to take them anyway, but in terms of taking my own trades, but why not just sell it as well? But in terms of courses, I feel it's not the way that people should be going on trading. You need to be live in the markets. Live streams is where it's at. That's how I learn. Okay, so but making a free course where you can learn, you know, the basics, I think is quite good. So I might do that on YouTube for people, because now I've got the big whiteboard in the back. I can do some analysis and show you what's up. Yeah, I'm not really liking the structure of GJ here. Can you see? It's just like, what the fuck is going on here, right? This candle's broke the high of the previous. This candle didn't break anything. This candle didn't break anything. This candle broke the low, not the high. This candle broke the high, not the low. It's just... So, in terms of like that, and this is quite interesting. This is just from experience, right? When I see candles that are looking like this, like all of these, okay, I'm just not bothered, okay? You know, I need structure. I need, you know, bullish structure. I need bearish structure. I need price making a high, retracing, continuing. This is just printing a load of jargon for me, okay? And I don't want to be involved in that, okay? Because what I'd say if you struggle to like think that is, okay, when this candle closed, let's just go here, right? When this candle closed, can you see here? What would you expect the next candle to do? Well, I'll probably expect it to break the high and not the low. Okay. No, it breaks the high and the low. Okay. Well, now, what would you expect this candle to do? What would you expect this bearish candle to do? The next one. Well, I expect the next one to probably break the low and not the high. Nope, you're wrong again. It doesn't break any. Okay. So you're like, well, why is it so hard to read? Okay, next candle, it closed bullish. Well, it closed bullish back above. We should probably see some buys back to the high. So probably break the high, not the low. Nope. You're wrong again, brother. Doesn't break anything. Okay, like, right, fuck me. Now, well, we're bearish. We've closed below. Probably sells to fill this wick and not break the high. A little bit better, but still closed bullish. Next candle, probably, you know, don't know. Maybe fill the wick. Nope, breaks the high, not the low. So you know what I mean? Like when candles are printing like that, how can you decide what you're gonna take as a trade anyway? There's no structure. It's just shit. Okay. So you can see now Goldie is still respecting the support as we expected. Folks, thoughts on Gala's hack? What the hell is that? What the hell is that, brother? I don't know what that is. Do you stream NY? No, I don't stream NY anymore. I used to do that with a group, but man, live streaming two streams a day was just fucking hard work, bro. So now I just trade by myself and just put the trades in the chat. Do you believe gold will go up or down? I believe gold's gonna go down. Yeah, as long as this 4-hour candle closes bearish below the support, it should go down. Yes. If the 4-hour closes bullish back above, then I think it's a different story. I'm looking for your Insta, but there are 3 with your pick. Yeah, there's a lot of scammers. It's just stop loss matters. It's just the 28.6k followers one. Yeah. Can I put it in there? It doesn't let me post fucking... It's just stop loss matters like this. Matters. Okay, some of them have like matter on and stuff. They're trying to. They're trying to scam you guys. They always, some of my friends say they message them and it's like, hello, how is your crypto journey been going? It's like, Maxi boy, what is good? Hello, hello, DK. Hope you doing, how you doing, my man? You doing well? So let's just say, for example, here. Let's just say that you took a sell on the break of the low, stop loss above, and let's say that you're gonna lose this trade, right? When you go into your journal, I mean, I haven't updated my journal to be fair, because I've been too busy, but there's nothing much to update. I was just taking quite a lot of wins recently, so it's like whatever. I only like updating it when I've got L's. But you'd go into your little journal over here, and you'll start to write. Oh, I took a gold sell in the 21st of May, you know, and I took a losing trade. This is when you write in the description what the fuck went wrong. And what should you say? Well, I didn't wait for a closure below. I took an impulse. And there you go. And once you get enough data that you've took too many impulses and you've lost too many impulses, you'll stop taking impulses. Okay? Because that, you know what I mean? Like, if there's a trade that you've took and you've done everything right and everything's good and something went wrong, then it's something to look at, and you know, you've got to go through maybe what would have went wrong. But if there's things that you've just done wrong, then it's just annoying, right? When you're in your journal, oh, I took a buy when the 4 hour, the daily, the 1 hour, and the 30-minute were all bearish. It's like, well done, you fucking special person. You know what I mean? Whereas if you have a trade that's like, you know, you had all that higher time frames with you, you were flipping things, you had clean zones and all that stuff, then it's to be more in depth about maybe how you could have closed earlier is probably the best thing. That's a lot of what I focus on. How could I have closed earlier? What time frame are you watching a goal right now? 15 minute. Can you see here the watermark? It'll tell you. So 15, now 30, now hourly. Keeps you in the loop. Keeps you in the loop. Yeah, so rejected, 4 hours, come back up. Interesting, interesting. But that's what happens, right? We didn't close below. Shit, hold support, boy. But anyway, there's still loads of zones for me to go later on and sell. So what I would do here after the stream at 9 o'clock, I'll just have an alert on like 206 probably. And then I can look to take the sells below that later on. It's the easiest way. Oh my god, I'm back in my Clash of Clans grind, bro. I'm back in my Clash of Clans. Where are we waiting for it to go below at? You can see it needs to close below at least 2,410.081. But close and mean the candle closes, not the wicks. And the reason why we do this is because if you actually just look at the the charts and the candles, that's how price moves, right? When you close below certain levels, it pushes. Now you might be like, well, this doesn't really make sense to me because, you know, what makes the difference between it closing or not? What, a couple seconds? What if it just close, you know, in the last seconds? It's like, well, you need to remember, especially on the 30-minute, you had 30 minutes to close below support. 30 minutes, that's a lot of time. If you can't close below it on the 30, it's clearly respecting it, right? It's clearly holding it. So you've got to wait, you know. And this is why I say 4 hour and daily are stronger, because even more so, right? So can you see here, there's 4 hour close below support. This had 4 hours to respect it. 4 hours to respect this support, and it didn't. It closed below. That tells you something. It's had 4 hours and it could not stay above. It's showing you that there's bearish movement. It's showing you that it can't hold the support. Okay? So it's kind of that scenario, right? And the higher time frame you go, the better, right? Because obviously it's just a higher time frame in terms of there's more time in the candle, so therefore it's a stronger level, it's a stronger confirmation. So this is why, you know, I'll never take buys and sells if I haven't looked at the hourly, the 4 hour, and the daily yet. Because once you know that price moves the same in all candles, then, you know, price is easy, you know. You can see here, price makes a high in the 4 hour, price retraces, you wait for support to form, and then you take the buys back up. Okay, price makes the high, comes down, wait for support to form, take the buys back up. I actually took both of these trades. I tried to take this one a little bit earlier. So yeah, remember the higher time frames, use them, right? If there's stronger confirmation, then make sure you use them in your analysis. Don't just take it off the rip. You know, look at the lower time frame to get into where you really want to get into in entries, but use the higher time frames to guide you. Guide you, guide you, guide you. How's Gareth been doing? And then this week, have you been taking some trades? Which ones have you took? I wonder if you took any other ones. I wonder. Oh my god. I wonder. Yelgood took the gold with you yesterday. Nice, bro. Do you know what I did yesterday? Oh, I was just fucking around, right? When I took that trade. Okay, when we got to like the first level, okay, and I said close 80%, I accidentally closed full. Like I pressed the close full button, but I thought I already took off the 80%, and I didn't. I was like, no, this is gonna nut. That was annoying, but anyway, at least everyone else got it, I suppose. How many trades you take a day? It could be 0, could be 1, could be 2, could be 3. Just whatever's there, bro. Yeah, the one question I get for the signals is how many trades you take a day. It's like, bruh, if you're asking me this question, I don't want you in my signals. I'm sorry. Because you should fair well know. I mean, fair enough, you know, an accurate representation, like, you know, you want something. But if you're asking me how many trades I'm taking a day, or how many trades, you know, it's like, do you really know what the markets are? You know, I don't just always take 3 trades a day. I don't always just take 2. I don't always look for, you know, if there's nothing there, I will take nothing. You know? So this 4-hour candle is pretty bearish, eh? The daily candles flip bearish. We have some significant support at 4200, so that's not bad. But yeah, as I say, I'm not bothered about taking buys at highs. Like it's the highest it's ever been, apart from this wick. It's, you know what I mean. When the sells come, they'll be much more aggressive. I've got to wait for retracements, then the buys back, then retest the highs. So that's fine with me. Scalpers ask such questions. Well, it doesn't matter, does it? It's like how many trades do you take a day? Well, do you not know? Like, can you not think that in your head? Like, oh, maybe it's whatever's presented, whatever's in the plan. No one's plan says take 4 trades a day. The plan should be, if there's 4 opportunities, can you take 4 opportunities? Yes, I've won 3. No, I've already took 2 losses. You know, those are the rules you need to have. I'm only asking to waste time. I'm waiting on this shit. Where are you looking for a buy on gold? I'm not yet. I've got to wait for this 4 hour to close bullish above the support for me to look buys again. And again, as I said, we've broke the daily low. I don't know. I'm just not looking for buys right now. I've got to wait for the higher time frame to close back in its direction. You know? And that's the thing, right? It is a waiting game. It's a waiting game. It is tedious, and I feel sometimes people make it out to be so fun. Oh, it's amazing looking at a chart all day. Is it? Is it really? It's good when you get it right, and it's good when you have it, you know, the zones you want to take. But once you're happy with that, then do I need to stare at for it, you know, for the rest of the day? No, I'll just have my alerts on and let it be. And always people, you know, all the I don't know, the TikTok Forex people now. Oh my god, it makes you cringe. It makes me cringe. But you know, they make it act like it's so easy, and it's so, yeah, I just took out my phone, went for a wank, came back, and I'm in profit. Whoa, amazing. What prop firms would you recommend? The only one that I think that you should go for is FTMO. It's the only one that's standard the length of time. It's yeah, all the other ones are Fugazi. I wouldn't touch any of them. I think they're a load of shit. That's just my opinion. And again, it's also like, it's not even the fact like the funded account, like it's also their business model, right? They don't want you to win. Okay? Do you guys know that? Please say you know that. They don't want you to win. That is their business model. So, you know, I just feel even that scenario, even that conversation is not nice. Okay? Whereas, you know, a broker like IC Markets, they want you to win because they make money on your commissions. And if you keep on upgrading your lot size, you keep on compounding the account, you keep on trading for a long period of time, you're giving them the commissions, right? That's why, you know, a normal broker like that makes sense. I was going to do the doc side of trading, telling you about all the other brokers and how people making so much money on trading. I might do that in a video. But it's the commissions. It's the affiliates. Yeah. It's the affiliate links in terms of brokers, right? And that is actually the big thing. If you want to follow anyone trading or whatever, the one thing I'd say is if they force you to join a broker, if you want to join their group, they force you to join their broker, then they're just getting a £300 payout every single time they sign someone up. And that doesn't sit well with me because they don't care about your future. They just get a set fee, £300. Now fuck off, right? Whereas, like, you know, the reason why I use Blueberry Markets and IC Markets and also say, guys, you can use them is because I get commission off every single trade that has been taken if people use my link. However, I want you, and so does the broker, IC Markets or Blueberry, because we get paid through commissions, the commissions you pay to put onto the markets, is that, you know, I want it to be continuing. I want you guys to grow your account. I want you guys to increase your lot sizes because my commissions increase. If you had £1,000 account and blew it in the first week and never came back to trading, I don't get any passive income. But if you compound the account, get to 10k, get to 20k, increase your lot sizes, get, you know, better and better, then I get the commissions. And quite a funny story is when I started the commissions, like the affiliate link when I was younger, when I was at uni. At the start, I think I had 130 people I've got signed up to IC Markets still, right? And there's only 25 people. There's only 25 people that are still trading. Now, the 25 people have increased their lot sizes and the commissions are getting better and bigger every single month because they're the traders, right? Think about it. 130 people, only 25 are trading. But they're the ones where I'm like, my G's, you guys are actually doing this properly. You're increasing your lot sizes. You're getting better as time goes on. So that's the kind of whole moral side. If people are asking you to join a broker and you can't be in their group if not, that's stupid, man. They're just trying to get a payout from you so they can go to Dubai and rent a Lambo again. Whereas for me, it's good. I want you guys to do well because I get more commissions from you. Because your lot sizes are getting bigger. So that's just a little backstory of how commissions work. I've not used a funded account before, but many people have advised me to join, but I'm not having it. Yeah, I don't. The only reason why people are asking to have it is because they've got no money. They're broke. If you've got no money and you're broke, trading shouldn't be for you. End of. You need some money, man. Trading being broke is... Again, I'm showing you a way of doing it if you are broke and you're kind of living a 9 to 5 and you have no money. I'm showing you this journey on this small account. And the reason why I'm showing you this journey here is to show you that it is possible to do it on your own accord, your own terms, and actually, you know, starting on a 0.15 volume and compounding to a 1 lot. Wait, you can't hear me? Yeah, you can. We can't hear you. You can. You can't hear me on there. Is the group chat on Insta or on Twitter? The group chat's on TikTok, bro. Sorry. Damax, don't you hate it when a high time frame looks good but then a lower time frame it gets scuffed, kind of like gold right now? Yeah, man, it's a bit annoying, isn't it? How would you close 80% on MetaTrader? So when you've got the trade live, you can click on it and you can go, I think it's manage positions or close. And then it'll have the lot that you have. Let's say you put a 0.1 lot on. You can then change that number to 0.08 and then it'll close 0.08 of your 0.1 lot. So you've closed 80%. Go to Dubai and rent a Lambo again. Yeah, bro, it's bad. Gold punched me in the face this morning. I'm done for the day. Did you take the sell with no closure, brother? Make sure to put it in your journal right now. Put it in your journal right now. Okay? You didn't close below support. You have rejection wicks before. Be patient, young Padawan. Good stuff. Come back up. Again, 4 hours just doing his thing. Doing his thing. How much do you need to start? Anything. I started on like £100 account and risked £1 per trade. It was great. And I documented that on Instagram. Look, I'll show you it. Do you, let's take a look. Fucking hell, this is back in the day. Jeez. This is back in the day. Gonna load. Where the fuck is it? I actually don't know. It's not that far, is it? I think it was further down here. Look how bad my skin was, bro. Holy shit, I had some fucking acne when I was younger, man. Too much test. I might have deleted it. What? Did I fucking delete it? Why would I have deleted it, though? Oh my god, look how young I am.
Actually, head. Next thing is the Wolf of Wall Street car. It'll suit you perfectly.
Jesus Christ, I sound young there. Look at the Lambo, bro. Sexiest car on earth. Look at that bad boy. It's bloody gorgeous, mate. Yeah, I can't find it. Yeah, I give up. I don't know where it is. Anyway, I did do it. What is the benefits of the chat? Well, I mean, it starts off with you get all the signals. You also get the outlooks, so I will record the outlooks. Okay, in terms of the weekly outlooks and also the daily outlooks. I didn't do yesterday because there wasn't much to talk about, but I normally do the outlooks for tomorrow, reviewing the day as well, tell you why I got into certain trades. So you're kind of learning whilst you're earning, right? You know, I am making money in this group, quite a nice amount of money, but also learning in terms of why I'm taking trades, what trades am I looking for in the next day, and why I'm taking them. So you kind of have the full kind of thought process, which I think is good. And it's only £30 a month, so I mean, again, it's not going to be so much information, so much value. It's only 30 quid, bro. Like, it's fucking cheap. The last, you know, people's like £100 for signals, bro. But yeah, and it was access to the Zoom, but it looks like the Zoom is working now, which is good. Took the gold with you yesterday and a nice GJ buy in pre-London. Move stop loss too tight and GJ buy, then rocketed with my runner. Very nice, brother. Well done. So goalies broke the previous hourly high, but it also broke the previous hourly low. So it's a bit of a hard one. Again, the 4-hour closed bearish below support, but now we're coming back up. So for me, you know, there's nothing that I want to take on gold here right now. Okay. Yeah, it's bullish. You know, looking at real structure candles, where could you get to? Well, I don't actually like this zone above. Why? Well, we had resistance here, we've had a rejection wick here, we've had rejections, choppy candles. So if I had to be a bloody mystic genius here, what do I expect this area to be when we come back up? Also shit. So I don't really care too much. If we start to close above 24.21 after that 4-hour close is bullish, potentially look for buys to continue bullish again, but I think for the most part, I'm still looking at sells because this 4 hours still closed below. Okay, I know I keep on yabbing on about it, but again, it's high time frame. I'm not. If I took a buy here and I got slapped, I know exactly why, because the 4 hour closed below. So best to be safe. How much do you charge and how do you get onto it? It's the link in the bio on TikTok. And yeah, send the singles. Was that Lambo yours? No, it's my dad's. Well, it took me out, and now it's going up. Welcome to gold. What's your opinion on AMD strategy? No idea. I tried to take buys. There's massive uptrend that we are having. Yeah, I mean, it is very bullish, but again, you know, it needs to retrace at some point, right? You got to time the buys correctly. And sometimes I didn't. I think I didn't. Where didn't I? Was it here? That was Wednesday night, wasn't it? Yeah, I wanted all these buys. Was it Wednesday or Thursday? I think it was Thursday, yeah. I was looking for the buys in the 4 hour close bullish, and we came down, and then we ran back the next day. It was lovely. Very nice. 50-minute broke structure to the upside. Yeah, looks good. I mean, it's nice. Again, as I say, though, I don't really like this zone below 21. It's got a lot of wicks. To be honest with you, most of my trades are coming towards the end of the day, actually. But after like 4 o'clock, 3:30, 4 o'clock, 4:30, 5, there just seems to be some really nice moves, especially on GJ there. I think the end of London London close, it just works very nicely. Very nice. Right, I'm gonna put one little song on that I've been raving with. This new song. Ride on look like I'm in place. Walk in the strip, she gon' make it buzz. What's that? Woo! I do damage, and they can't stand it. Psycho bandit, like it's Marilyn Manson. Got the cash advancing. What's that? Get the Sprite and enhance it. Pull the walk out the pantry. Take a sip and I'm dancing. She bought play like a plan B. She lit like a candle. When's that US news come out? 9 o'clock. What are they going to talk about here? That's it. Are you still working that full-time job that you started when you took a break from stream? Yeah, bro. Yep. And man, I love it, bro. Like at 9 o'clock, I'll start my job. Work, trade, work, trade, work, trade, work, trade. But you know, in terms of like learning a new skill, I felt like I was just chilling on the trading side in terms of the charts. It was just boring being in my room all day. Whereas now I go downstairs, do my other work, and just have my alerts on the charts. What's the job I forgot? A business analyst. Yeah. I got the best of both worlds, man. Trade when I want to, no pressure on me. I just do my trade when I want to. It's great. Yeah, so what you'd probably want is this candle. If this candle closed above 21, then you'd want to wait for a lower wick. Can you see when we close above here, we then make a lower wick? It would be quite nice. This one also pushes down before then closing up, so it does need to come down further anyway for the retracement. Then maybe buys later on. But again, I just want this 4 hour to close bullish. If it does, that would be great. Nice, same for me. I finished my day, now off to work. Very nice. Oh, this is a fucking tune. Fire. She can guarantee this, I was thinking. When you hear the breeze. How do you set your stop loss? It's on MetaTrader, bro. Less than red. So here, if you did like new order, and you can set your stop here, and then you take profit as well. You put my heart on fire. And one thing that you should take from this, if you guys are new, is stop loss matters, okay? Put your stop where it matters, where it needs to be. Not your own, you know, emotions or your own art. Where should the stop be? If you want this trade to work out, where would your stop be? Where's the fly? I feel like. What do you think of Trade Locker? No idea. I don't look at anyone else trades apart from Don, because Don's my buddy. So yeah, if you guys want another stream to learn from, I would advise going to Don's. He's really good at explaining, kind of similar to the way I trade. He has bigger stops than me sometimes, but the whole kind of motion is really good. So he's called Donvo. If you guys go to his stream, which will happen later on today, make sure to go in the comments that Stop Loss Matters brought me here. Okay? Starts at probably like 1 o'clock. He normally waits for a little bit. But yeah, make sure to go check Donvo on YouTube. Yeah, he'll do NY session. My spirit takes flight. I mean, what is your strategy on placing stop loss? So it would be like, you know, let's take a look. I mean, there's not really examples right now because, you know, trades that I want to get in. Well, actually, I suppose there probably is. So if you're looking for a buy here, right, when you get that closure above, there's a low wick to here, there's low wicks here. So you'd probably want it below this sort of level, 2016. Look on probably the hourly. or the 4 hour in terms of any other areas. You want it below kind of 4 hour candles if possible, but in terms of this one, I'd probably have it below 2,416 to be fair, just below the support. But it depends. It's just very much dependent on the zone and looking to the left and going, right, when we close above, what is the the lowest amount of drawdown I've got to take? Or sorry, the highest amount of drawdown I've got to take for this to still work out before, and that should be where your stop is. I mean, what these were the buys I was looking for. Yes, look good. It's bullish. Nice. As I say though, I'm still going to wait for this 4 hour to close. Because again, like, if you take a look, at this overall, right? My only issue with the buys is, can you see how we came down here, just like we did here? Okay, what is the difference? Well, you can see when we came down to this support here, we drove back up and then we came all the way back down. Can you see? Whereas this one, we've just retested it now, so it could potentially come back all the way down and then it'll decide. So in terms of that, yeah, I'd want, a retracement again. This is why I'm just a bit cautious, because this 4 hour still hasn't closed bullish yet. And you can see when we drove down here, we retested the resistance, held it as resistance now, and then it came back down to the lows, and then we started to climb after that. Whereas now we haven't. This is the first time we've tapped it, so we could reject off it. I'm gonna have to turn this off because YouTube's gonna cry. Copyright music, no. How much do you think you need to start? I'd say anything, man. I mean, again, it depends how much money you've got. Like, if you've got £100 in your bank, then you can't trade, right? If you've got £1,000 in your bank, then maybe 10%, maybe £100 put in. I'd say you shouldn't have more than 10% of your money in a trading account, especially at the start of like your actual money in your bank account, right? Because again, if you have like, and I did this at one point, I had more money in my trading account than I did my bank account. And the issue you have with that is it just doesn't, mentally it doesn't work, right? It doesn't make sense. So you got to have, However, also, you've got to have an amount of money in your trading account that if you lose all of it, it'll hurt you. Because if it doesn't hurt you, let's say you've got 10 grand in the bank and you've put £100 in trading and you lose £100 because you over risked and over trade. It's not gonna affect you because you've got 10 grand, right? So it needs to be a reasonable amount of money to go, ooh, wow, that stung like a bastard. Whatever that is for someone, then you've got to find that kind of balance, right? I would say one came in, and again, it's also your discipline, right? If you're trading £100 at the start and you're risking £1 per trade, yeah, it's not going to be the most thrilling. But if you can prove it and you make a reasonable amount of money on that, then you can always compound it and don't be fixated on funded. Yes, very true. Indeed, indeed. These days, just try to get funded. Yeah, I know, that's silly. It's because they're all broke. They're all broke kids, though. Okay, 15 did close above. Interesting, but again, as I say, I'm not looking to get into this. There's still quite a lot of rejection wicks in this area, and as I say again, for the 800 billionth time, the 4 hour still hasn't closed bullish yet. Are you still doing the live account? Yes, sir. Been a little bit slower in the past couple weeks, a little bit slower. Still not bad. 1,032 from 600 in the past 20-something days. Not bad, not bad. And these are all buys as well, man. I don't like taking buys. I've been taking buys all month. I like the sells, bro. The sells are nasty. Sells have got venom in. When you take a sell and you get the right entry, it fucking nuts. Like yesterday when I took this sell here. Oh my god, it was beautiful. These celery plays are gorgeous as well. I love taking a celery plays. One there as well. Such clean candles to go retest as well. It's beautiful. Do we do trading 212? Nah, that's just more investment. This is Forex, so I'd advise blueberry markets or icy markets. Use the links to get on that bandwagon. No, 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 no. Why such a small account, Mark? This is not all of them. I've got like 3 accounts, bro. I'm just showing you the small one. To compound. I want to get this to 10k by the end of the year, and I'm documenting it all. Oh, when you call on me. Looking for short sterling into pound CPI tomorrow. If you want a venomous sell, that's your trade, Max. CPI tomorrow, yeah. So expecting the price in goods and services, it's still going up, but not as much. What was the previous ones before that? When you call on me. 3.44. So yeah, it is coming down, which is good. Thank fuck for that. It's a good sign that inflation is reducing. Rejection on Goldie. Oh. Is this the lower wick to then reflip? I don't know. It's not going to be my position to look at, but hopefully we reject here. Come on, come on. Give me them souls, brother. 1.1 discrepancy. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Long footy, short GJ. Yeah. Well, are you gonna take a sell now and just hold it? Holding a sell when you're in a news trade is just, oh. Bruh, I've got like a little news account that I fuck around on, but yeah, 27 wins, that's crazy. Yeah, bro. What's the win rate and lose rate? Yeah, 27 wins, 5 losses. It's probably a bit more now actually, because I took 2 trades yesterday and then I took 2 trades on Friday maybe. I need to update it. It's not correct yet. I'll sort that out soon. Buy gold, buy gold. People are saying buy gold in the chat. I don't know. This 4-hour candle could have made the top wick now. Is that since the start of the year? No, that's since March. Since March the 1st, yeah. I took time off at the start of this year, but I've came back March 1st. Do you have a WhatsApp group or something? I have a Telegram. Link in the bio to go to the bot. And if you guys have any questions, you know when you guys open this bot, I know a lot of you guys have opened it this morning. If you just type in there, it'll come up. So if I do like hi, it'll then send the message and I can reply to you. So if you have any questions as well, you can ask me. Okay, so 30's rejected a little bit here. 50 minutes. Still got 8 minutes left. It still could reflip. But as I say, I'm not too bothered at the moment. Do you aim to do this full time? No, I traded full time for 3 years. I don't want to do it full time. I want to do something else as well. Trading full time is all fugazi. Everyone says it's amazing. Blah 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 blah. The only people that are doing that is because they don't actually trade. They just sit in Dubai, wait for the commissions to come, take a random fucking ass trade, and you know they don't actually trade. When you trade in full time and you're doing your stuff, you're actually making money trading. It's a lot of time and effort, and I don't want to look at the charts all day, right? I'd rather have my alerts, take my trades, and dip, and do something else with my brain for the day. Trading full time is boring as hell. I'm telling you, it is. I did it for 3 years. I was going insane. I was the fattest I've ever been. I had the most money I'd ever had. I couldn't do it with anyone because all my friends are working. And so is my girlfriend. So it's all like, and then you go, oh well, you know, you need to find better mates. You need to find mates that are, you know, rich. Nah, I'm fine with my mates. I like my mates. I'm not gonna find new mates just because I've got money and I've got time to spend with them. Like, fuck that. Are they really your mates, or is it just because you guys have something in common, which is money, which is pretty shallow? So yeah, it's not all sun shines and rainbows. I tell you that. It's being in your gaff all day, just looking at a chart is rough. So that's why I do the streams here. Then I'll have alerts on for later on. Look through NY. Look at the end of after work, and that'll be good. Take 1 or 2 trades, maybe none. That's good though. We've got the rejection here. Interesting. 6 minutes left. So what I'm going to be doing here, guys, now I'm going to be leaving as I've got to do some work. But you know, if you close below 24.10, I'd be looking to take the sells, okay? And that could happen. If it doesn't, that's great. I'm fine with that, and we'll wait for the 4 hour to close. GJ, as I've said, it's not appealing to me at the moment. A very strong bearish 4 hour candle. However, we're overall very bullish. So I've just got to wait for some structure to come out. But yeah, I'm happy with leaving that. Again, some days are better than others, right? You just got to be able to stick in and look at all days, right? Yesterday I already took 60 pips or so on this gold sell, so it's a good start to the week. I've just got to be patient and chill about, okay? Chill about. So yeah, if you guys do want any more access, make sure to go follow the Instagram. If you guys do want the signals, you know the rules, link in the bio to join that. But if not, I'll see you guys on Thursday, I think. Thursday I'll be streaming next. Wednesday I'm not. But yeah, I'll see you guys Thursday. But yeah, stay safe. If you guys are in these buys, I did tell you so. Be careful. 4 hours still closed below, boy. Gotta be patient. But yeah, thank you so much. Cheers, Gareth. Thank you for coming on. We'll see you guys later on. Thank you for joining me today. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Peace out, everyone.